Welcome to this episode of the Legal Paige podcast. Today's episode, I am talking about one of my favorite topics besides legal talk, and that is passive income. I'm going to share my tips on the best ways to implement passive income into your business right now, today, whether that's through digital products, online courses, membership programs, or affiliate marketing. I am going to give you my 2 cents on what I think works and what I think doesn't work. Also, I'm going to give you some tips depending on your specific niche or industry of where you can start with adding a really significant passive income revenue stream into your life right now. Let's build that wealth together through not trading our time for money, my friends. Alrighty, let's get to this episode, Legal Pagers. You're listening to the Legal Paige podcast, where we chat about life and business with a legal twist. I'm Paige, attorney and photographer helping online businesses and creatives tackle their business dreams without breaking out in hives. No more legal mumbo jumbo. This podcast features simple, bite-sized advice that'll have you legally legit in no time. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in today. So as you know, I like to dive right into my topic of choice. And today is all about passive income and the best ways to implement this into your business. But first things first, what actually is passive income? That's a big question that lots of people ask me. Passive income is really any type of income that's not earned by a direct activity. Thus, you aren't trading your time for money. You're not saying, if I service you for this amount of hours per hour, I charge $75. And then you times that by, say, 6 hours of work. That is direct service-based income coming into your business. Establishing, though, a well thought out passive income revenue stream is a great avenue for you if you're a service-based business owner and you spend the majority of your business hours servicing clients and getting paid only for the hours that you're actually working for a client to make money on the side. You're having that added layer of passive income revenue hit your business bank account every single month. It's a great way to add a little extra money to your business on the side and to also continually have a revenue stream that comes into your business when you're not trading time for money, when crap hits the fan, when things go down and you need to take a break, or when you're on vacation, or you have some crazy medical issue that comes up and you need to take a break away from your business. Having these passive income revenue streams already lined up as a business owner is a great way to have that added layer of protection. It also allows you a ton of freedom as a business owner, because while you do have to put in a significant amount of effort at the beginning to set up your passive income revenue stream, you end up reaping the benefits of that into the future with little to no effort to earn and maintain whatever that revenue stream is. So you take a lot of time at the beginning to set everything up. And yes, there is a lot of time involved in that. There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of brain activity working. But once it's there, it's done. And once you kind of set up how you're going to market and how you're going to get that evergreen into the world, how you're going to continually have people coming back to say your digital products time and time again, then you're just maintaining that customer service relationship with people, which you can do for very, very little time and effort. Now, I want to start off with kind of the main avenues of passive income that you'll likely venture into within the online space. Those are going to be digital products, online courses, membership programs and sites, and affiliate relationships. And I just want to talk briefly about what these are and who I'd recommend them to. So digital products, one of my favorites, I have a digital product shop. That's primarily how we receive all of our passive income with the Legal Paige. And I have grown it from starting out with 5 basic template contracts in a digital product shop to now we have over 200 products in our shop. So just know that you can start super, super small, my friends, and then you can grow it over time. This was over the course of 4 to 5 years that I've done this. But selling a digital product, I think, is one of the best ways to get started with passive income because setting up a shop online through an e-commerce website is relatively easy. All you have to do is find that e-commerce platform that you love. I suggest Shopify. That's what we use. I love it. I've never had issues with it. I know other people use WooCommerce, Squarespace, Wix, etc. And you can just look for those all online. I would pull your friends and colleagues and see if they use a certain e-commerce platform that they love. And then you obviously have to start the digital product. So you have to make it and figure out what it's going to be. Usually this is called a small offer or a tiny offer that ranges between, I would say somewhere between $7 to $30. It's a low ticket offer to get people's foot in the door, right? You're starting a digital product shop. You don't want to just come out of the gate with a $500 product. No one's going to purchase that from you when there's no kind of relationship. They have, they have no reason to spend $500 with you since you haven't necessarily built that know, like, and trust with being a digital product shop owner. So when you start small, it gives, and you kind of over deliver on that small product, then it gives people the incentive to purchase more and more from you on a higher ticket price. I also suggest that kind of once you think about that digital product and then you create it, usually it's some type of guide or email template or graphic template. Maybe it's some type of prompt to get people started on something. It can be even a checklist sometimes. If it's a really well thought out checklist, that's more than just something that would be free for people to get. Once you create the digital product, I always suggest kind of doing it in a place like Canva. That's inexpensive. They have lots of different PDF templates that you can configure into your own beautifully curated business branding. Once you have it done and you've figured out what the digital product is, then on your e-commerce platform, you just need a way to collect payments and have that profit transfer seamlessly to your bank account. And of course, with digital products, I'm just going to state this here as TLP, you need proper digital contracts in place. We're going to get to that in another episode of the TLP podcast, so please stay tuned for a future episode to come up. But the collecting payments thing is really important. You want that to be streamlined because with passive income, you don't want to be dealing with chargebacks. You don't want to be dealing with issues with your third-party payment processor. So different e-commerce platforms like Shopify hook up to different third-party payment processors. Shopify, for example, hooks up to Stripe. And we have a very seamless process there where if people are purchasing through our e-commerce platform, our website, that's a Shopify website, and they just put in their debit or credit card information, that goes straight through Stripe and straight into our business bank account once Stripe takes, of course, their transaction processing fees. You can also look into e-commerce platforms that coincide with PayPal. Now, lots of people don't love PayPal. However, we have found it to be a game changer with digital products. If you can get on board with product purchases through the PayPal payment processing platform, it's gold because everybody kind of has a PayPal account. And so you just want to make, honestly, the purchase process as simple and seamless as possible for your customers. And that is why I like e-commerce platforms for digital product shops to, of course, allow the direct purchase through a credit card, through the actual checkout process, and then also an alternative avenue if people are purchasing something on their mobile phone or they don't have their credit card readily available in front of them. People will always remember their PayPal account information. And sometimes it's even saved on their iPad or on their computer or on their smartphone. And so with face recognition, they can easily just sign in to their PayPal account and boom, you've made that transaction without a burden upon your potential customer, and they're way more likely to purchase that way. So that's my little 2 cents on digital products and why I think it's a really great way to get started. I also think that having some type of small, tiny offer is a great way to kind of build that customer relationship with people, since you're just honestly starting something new from scratch and nobody's really used to you putting anything out there into the world. They have no idea if it's going to be worthwhile. And you want to really build that trust factor and the confidence factor, essentially, for your potential customers and clients to purchase from you. Building that confidence over time with a small offer leading up to kind of a middle tier offer and then a larger product offer is the way to go with passive income. So speak of the devil is online courses. If lots of people kind of try to start with online courses, and while I think that's a great option, I just think there's so much that goes into building an online course. And to be very, very frank with you, I actually started this backwards and I wish I would have done it differently. So when I was a photographer, before I put any like digital products into the world, I just decided to do like a photography course, like a whole online course people could purchase. And I don't think that the launch went as well because I hadn't really built that confidence factor. Like, why would someone want to purchase something from me for, more than a couple $100s when they have no idea if I'm even a good teacher and expert to begin with? And then I switched that around when I decided to start the legal page. And of course, the first thing I had was like contract templates and, short legal form templates. And that was the digital product that I created first, a lower ticket offer. And then I started building upon those offers and creating online courses, legal online courses that could teach small business owners very specific things related to legal education that they may need to know for their small business. So an online course is great if you're like an expert at something business-wise, right? You can also create a mini course. I always want to put that out there and put it on your radar because this, the full-blown courses that you see lots of different people teaching out there. I know, for example, Amy Porterfield with Digital Course Academy, she's one of the OGs of kind of the digital course online world. She has the Digital Course Academy, which is an online course that teaches you how to create online courses for your business. And those are the people that you want to learn from on how to do this. But I remember taking her course back in the day and being incredibly overwhelmed. It's like kind of a 3 to 6 month process. There's so many things that go into it to have a successful launch. And they want you to have like a 14-day launch and they want you to pre-launch for 30 days, sometimes even 60 days, post-launch, email sequences, marketing strategies. But at the beginning, you just need to create the dang course. And if you have multiple modules and multiple lessons within those modules, it can get complicated really fast. Hey there, friend. Are you listening to this podcast episode and thinking and nodding your head time and time again? And what you really want is a checklist, step-by-step guide of how to actually set up your biz for a profitable and legal passive income stream? Well, don't worry. I got you. I have a free guide to help you do just that. All you have to do is go to thelegalpage.com/free passive income guide today to download your free step-by-step process where I'll hold your hand through all of this. Again, that's thelegalpage, PAIGE.com/free passive income guide. All right, now let's get back to the episode. So that being said, I think there's really, really great ways to do online courses in a non-complicated manner nowadays. I've seen people do audio-only courses where you're teaching very specific things, like kind of through a podcast audio format that people can just listen to as they're going throughout their day. Genius. Love it. I also like mini courses that you can complete in an hour or two, because then people feel like they can purchase something, they can get it done, and they can actually feel accomplished by the end of it. A lot of online courses are long and drawn out, or maybe they have drip content and they last for weeks and months, and it's hard for people to even want to finish a course like that. So I don't suggest doing that type of like big hefty course for like your first big passive income launch. I would suggest starting a little smaller, rein it in a little bit. And the main thing to remember is that there is that big time element to building the course at the get-go, because you do have to create the content, record the content, set up the course on an online platform like through Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Skillshare. There's all kinds of ones out there. And then you have to market the course to potential customers. But then once all of that is set up and you've done all of that back-end work, you can oftentimes make more money through online courses than, of course, smaller priced digital product offers. And that's just basic math here, right? If you have 5 people purchasing something for $25, you're going to make $125. But if you have a big online course, that's $500 and you have the same 5 people purchasing, you've made $2,500. So definitely online courses is a great way to go. I think once you kind of establish that confidence, that know, like, and trust factor with potential customers and your audience and your email list probably, then I would definitely dive into online courses. I would start with a mini course, something really small, easy to tackle, and then move into a bigger, they call it kind of signature online courses in the online course world. Next are membership programs and sites. These have become gold mines the past few years. I would say particularly since kind of the pandemic happened in the United States, membership programs were the best way to get people in for a small price per month, but keep them wanting more each and every month. So it's a great way to have that consistent revenue coming in every month from students and members, because you're charging them a fee. Sometimes they're obligated to stay on with your membership program for 3 months, and then it can go month to month, or 6 months, and then it can go month to month. But you're not taking all of their money at the beginning. They're paying for the first month, and then they're obligated to say pay for 2 to 5 more months, like I just mentioned. And usually these are really reasonably priced, like $3 a month to, I would say, somewhere under $50 a month. And that way, your members don't feel a financial burden of the recurring payment each month, and they tend to stay in membership programs for longer durations of time. And it's obviously, there's no kind of burden, to the entry of getting into the membership program. They're like, oh yeah, I can afford $20 to get started. And that's something that I can definitely make every month, as like an additional membership fee that I need to pay through my business. It's a good education write-off for my business, and I'm going to learn something new every month. So there's lots and lots of benefits to membership programs. I love them. I have actually never created a membership program, but I know lots of my colleagues in the industry have, and is wildly successful. I have actually been an expert or guest in membership programs a lot, more significantly than I would like to, but I think they're a really good way to also bring in outside sources of truth to provide more educational resources and benefits to your students, so that you don't have to do all of the work. Like in an online course, you have to record all of the content and have it ready to go. And then it's kind of like on your own time, your students can take the online course, but there's a mass amount of information that you have to have prepared in advance. With membership programs, though, I would say technically you really only have to have the first few months of the membership program prepared, and then you can create the rest of kind of the content within the membership program over time. So it's beautiful. Like, membership programs and sites are, I think, going to become, I'm just going to put this out there, probably the most well-utilized passive income revenue streams for online business owners in the next 5 years. And that's because you've got, you can bring together live talks with you plus guest experts. You can have downloadable documents. You can have a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who help each other in some type of online platform. Usually it's like a Facebook group. And of course, you get more and more passive income as more and more people become a part of the membership program. So I really think it's a win-win. Recurring profit is the name of the game here with membership programs and sites. So definitely think about that. I always think that's a good thing to implement once you either kind of do an online course or you do one-on-one coaching or group coaching and you're like, okay, I can teach this to a wider array of business owners in a type of membership program. That's when you know you're ready to start that type of passive income. And then finally, I want to touch on affiliate relationships here because this is one that I just don't think people think about. There's so many direct marketing brands that you can work for and promote and make commission off of. Beauty Counter is one that comes to mind. Of course, there's all kinds of MLM programs out there. I'm not trying to get you into like some MLM scheme or like, push that upon you. But I know lots of people do make good money per month in passive income when they're setting up kind of very successful direct marketing sales through companies. But affiliate relationships are also a really, really good way to do this as well. It's when you kind of affiliate for another company or brand, and you do it at random intervals during the month. So it's beautiful because you get to choose what brands you want to promote. You easily make a commission from talking about things you already use and love. Usually commission rates can be anywhere from 10% to up to 30% and more if you want to negotiate that and you have like a larger following. But of course, many of us are just starting out, right? So we might have a smaller audience, smaller following, but you can still be an affiliate. Amazon, for example, anyone can be an Amazon affiliate. So you could just go have links to all of your favorite Amazon stuff. And then every Tuesday, you're posting your favorite Amazon finds. And then you're putting it on a blog post on your website for all of your favorite business things. And you try to drive SEO traffic to that. It's evergreen. It's already on your website. You don't have to do anything. And those links are working for you time and time again. I think, links like that, any type of codes that you can use when you talk about things with your friends, or it's just affiliate relationships can create lots of good passive income for your business. Let me just say that. And you can rinse and repeat affiliate links way into the future. So I love affiliate relationships. I think that's a great way for people to get started if your heart is beating a little bit fast when I'm talking about digital products and setting up shops or an online course and getting on a teaching platform, or, oh my God, I have to create a membership program. Like, Paige, you're overwhelming me. If that's the case, you can even start out with just a very, very simple affiliate relationship and just see how that goes. I mean, an extra like $100 to $200 a month in passive income from an affiliate relationship, times that by 12, baby, and you've got a decent chunk of change that you wouldn't have had you not gotten into affiliate marketing for passive income purposes. I mean, it's a no-brainer in my mind for people that don't know how to get into the passive income space. I'm like, just start there. Like, it's so easy. There's so many affiliate programs that you can sign up for, and brands want affiliates to be posting about their brands online. So I love it. Look into it. Highly recommend it. Now, briefly, I just want to give you my tips for marketing and some of the things I want you to do marketing wise to create really long lasting passive income. So when you decide on what avenue of passive income you want to do, okay? Again, digital products, online courses, membership programs, or affiliate marketing. Those are the 4 biggies I'm going with right now. I know there are others out there, but we're just talking about the main kahunas in the online space that I highly suggest. Marketing. What do you do with marketing? So you have to be the CEO, the creative, the visionary. You have to put on that hat when you actually create the product that you're going to sell, or the program or the course that you're going to sell, right? But then once that is done, the creation process is done and the back-end business setup is done, then you have to put on your marketing hat, and you cannot just willy-nilly launch something. Like, it will not work. I promise you, it's not going to work. If you hit your audience in the face with something new and you're asking them to purchase something, it's not going to work. So you have to have a very strategic marketing plan in place. And for like a small ticket digital offer, I would even say you could have a pre-launch phase of a couple days or a week where you're teasing things, you're talking about things, you're adding tons of value. It's always give, and then sell. So remember, if you've never heard that type of marketing tactic before, kind of the 80-20 rule, essentially with marketing, is you always want to give more than you ask for. So you want to give lots of good information, whatever your digital product is or your online course is talking about, so on and so forth. I always say to take about 10% of the content and you give it out for free. But you do it in like such a way where people would never like put two and two together that that's actually in your course. And obviously, this is not going to be the most significant teaching moment of your course or the aha, like this is the gold nugget in my digital product. You're going to give just kind of like the bite-size beginning introductions to whatever product you're going to launch. And your marketing plan needs to revolve around the pre-launch of teasing out and giving, serving to your audience as much as possible. I want you visible. I want you online, whether that's in a Facebook group or, you're commenting consistently in Facebook groups that you're in, or you're talking to your Instagram audience, or you're serving your email list a ton of really good, informative content that they can actually implement into their business. And you're going to do that, like I said, for at least a few days, if not a week, before you actually launch and ask people to purchase from you. And that kind of, 80-20 rule with marketing and sales, if you've never read that book, I highly recommend it. It'll teach you kind of why that psychological effect on people really works, because you are strategically building up like the know, like, and trust with people before you're like, hey, can I take your money? And they don't even think about it as, hey, can I take your money? They're like, oh my gosh, she already just gave me such valuable information for free. I can't even imagine what's going to be in this digital product. Like it's going to blow me away. It's going to be a gold nugget of things I need right now for my business. And then they just easily purchase from you. It's a no-brainer. That's what you want your marketing plan to look like. Now, the one thing I don't want you to forget, and like I said, you guys, this is kind of just big umbrella picture, looking down on passive income to kind of get your mind rolling and strategizing and thinking about adding these kind of things to your business, especially because the online world is booming, and especially because I want you to get started sooner rather than later. Don't forget post-marketing. So I think people think about the launch and the pre-launch too much, but then are you keeping your customers happy afterward? Are you reaching back out to them? Are you trying to better your product? Are you sending them updates for free? Are you asking for their feedback? Can you implement that feedback? And then they actually see that you took what they said and you made your product or your course or your membership program better than they could have ever imagined. That kind of stuff on the back end and into the future is really important for you not to forget about. So I call it those email sequences, those funnels. I don't want them to stop. And I think that's the detriment that a lot of online courses that I've taken or coaching that I've had regarding passive income kind of fails to really identify the issue with the drop-off effect, I guess I'm just going to call it. It's like you have your email sequence, your post-purchase email sequence, if you know what I'm talking about. So someone like purchases a digital product or online course from you. You, of course, the first email is going to have their purchase and their download or a link to sign up, sign into the platform for the course. And then, of course, you're going to feed them like probably 4 to 5 more emails of just really garnering support, making them feel appreciated, thanking them for their purchase. And then maybe you like upsell at the end. And then it's like the drop-off effect. So then what? Like, are you going to forget about those people? Do they go to your regular newsletter list? Do you have a regular newsletter? Like, are you just going to be completely inconsistent and you're not going to continue to provide value? And then they're just on your email list and then you ask them again to purchase something down the road and they just feel like they're getting pitched at all day long? That does not work. So that's something to just remember, is the maintenance to passive income is definitely something you need to consider. I wouldn't suggest that you just have like freebies or opt-ins and you get people on an email list and that's it. And then you're like, I'm just going to use the people on this email list to sell to when I have sales. There's no way in God's green earth that that's going to work for you. So I just don't do it. So make sure that you have kind of a system in place, or you have help to get you a system to help you with the flow of previous customers and maintaining relationships with those previous customers. Now, on our last episode of the Legal Paige podcast, we had Megan Martin, an expert in everything digital products and sales, and she talked about how to do this online. The one thing that I really thought about after that episode is I was thinking, is it smart to hire out help to implement passive income into your business? Like, for example, I hired out Megan to help us with the back end of Shopify and the website and putting together like all of our new branding and all of our new copy onto our website. I did hire out help to help implement my passive income revenue stream and make it better and better for TLP. And as you can do this 100% yourself. But as I've mentioned already in this episode, you're going to wear different hats at different points in forks in the road with your passive income revenue stream. And at a certain point, you're going to get to the position where you hate or you truly despise or you dislike wearing a certain hat. Usually it's customer service, I will say, but sometimes it's copywriting time and time again for email marketing funnels. Sometimes it's setting up that landing page for, your new offers, what have you. You will know when it's time to hire. You will know the right person to get. I always suggest kind of starting with a virtual assistant. Lots of virtual assistants know the nuances of the online world and passive income revenue streams and setting up digital shops and helping with all of that back end stuff and emails and monitoring, anything that comes through. So start out with a virtual assistant and just have people help you with the things that you don't like to do. And the maintenance part of it is where you're going to need to hire help with. And without going too far down the rabbit hole of hiring out help, it's just something that I want you to remember and consider, that you don't have to do this by yourself forever and ever. You can start implementing team members to help scale and grow your passive income revenue stream. And that's going to come later down the road. But I don't think you need anyone to help you from the get-go. I think this is 100% doable on your own. And anyone who tells you otherwise is lying, because I bet $1 million that they probably did all of these things themselves when they first started out, and they just forgot what it's like to be a solopreneur and wear all the hats and do it all themselves. And they're like, yeah, but it's so much easier to just do it with a team. Of course, I have a team now. It's so much easier to do things as a team and to have people and to delegate tasks to. But that's just not reality for a lot of us. We're just starting out. We don't have these disposable funds to hire out help with. We don't even have funds. We're trying to create disposable funds through this new passive income product that we're putting out into the world. So you absolutely can wear all the hats and do it yourself. And I definitely want to be here to help you and serve you and be your biggest digital product shop or online course or membership program or affiliate relationship cheerleader. I am here for that, my friend. And if you need any additional information from me regarding passive income, or you have questions, you can always reach out to me in the Legal Paige community on Facebook. You can also contact me on Instagram. I'm DMing with people constantly about passive income, especially females who are listening in. You guys know I'm really passionate about building long-lasting wealth and having that financial stability as femalepreneurs. So I want to be here to assist you and hold your hand every step of the way. And last but not least, if you haven't got it already, go get my free guide. I have a freebie for you. I promise you, it's so worth it. It is called How to Set Up Your Biz for a Profitable and Legal Passive Income Stream. It's a free guide that you can download today. It's literally a step-by-step process where I take you through everything regarding determining the type of passive income that's best for your business, getting your email list going, starting putting together your offer, setting up your e-commerce site, strategizing your marketing plan, launching, and post-launch. So definitely go get that guide. You can get it today at thelegalpage.com/free passive income guide. Again, that's thelegalpage, PAIGE.com/free passive income guide. I cannot wait for you all to start your passive income journey. Until next time, my friends, I hope this episode was super informative for you, especially if you're looking into adding in passive income revenue streams to your business. We will be back next week on the Legal Page podcast to continue this topic about passive income. So stay tuned, and I will talk to you all next week, same time, same place. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Legal Page podcast. See, I told you being legally legit isn't so scary. Be sure to visit thelegalpage.com for all show notes. And it would be super awesome if you could head over to iTunes and leave a review. Last but not least, don't forget to join my free Facebook group for unlimited legal and biz Q&A. Chat soon, Legal Pagers.